Hello and welcome to the next of the design updates. And we apologise, don't we, Joe, for missing Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah,
Why did you miss? I'm blaming you missing Monday and Tuesday.
Just so busy being all
That's just not
got to
good
see.
enough. It's not good enough.
Okay.
You weren't busy yesterday. You were stuffing your face with Christmas turkey.
Well, it's your fault.
I know. Yesterday we had our Christmas lunch and spent all 20 of us spent a whole time talking about Godus. And I cooked the turkey. No one commented on it. No one complimented me.
Thank you very much for the turkey. It was lovely.
Late. It's too late now.
It's not too late.
It's too late. It's too late. Anyway, what are we going to talk about? We've got some fan art about Hugh and the Moon, and we should go through.
Yeah, there was like someone did a concept image of it. It looks lovely, and it kind of gave us an idea actually, because we haven't really thought about the idea of them coming along and trying to pick up individual followers and things. But there could be some interesting things to play with in there.
Now, any question? Anything that people are curious about or unsure about? Or
well, people were curious about the newly announced acorn.
Well, this is a bit of a joke, really, isn't it? Because it's a reference to this ridiculous period of my life, which seemed to be directed by one comment which I made about planting acorns, and that then changed the course of my life forever. So we're going to have acorns. You can plant them.
You're going to be able to plant an acorn and grow a tree in your home world, and that's pretty much it. Just this lovely, unique tree that you get.
Rubbish.
Yeah, but what we're doing, we're saying that, and I'm really excited.
We're going to
have
the golden acorn or the diamond acorn, $50,000 acorn.
Just need to be able to do an acorn. Say it was 10 years in the making, but it's going to happen.
Do you know what? I'm fed up with talking. I want to do some showing. Let's go and talk to some people and have a look what they're working on, because there is some amazing, exciting stuff. Here's the incredibly exciting thing about this week. Almost everybody now is on Godus, and we've finished version V2 of something called Curiosity, which you can download on iOS and Android. Very soon you'll be able to download that. So there's a lot of people now working on Godus, so we're going to go and meet a couple of them. Now let's take the camera and go meet.
Got it.
Right.
It's on. Yeah.
It's Gary Leach. You're now working on Godus, aren't you?
I'm working on Godus, yeah.
So can we have a little sneak peek of what you're working on? It's a lot of it's Fabs' work, which
mainly Fabs'. I'm starting to do some work on it now, but it's mainly Fabs' work.
Let's have a look.
Peter, I'll show you, but don't tell anyone else, all right?
Well, that's easy. Either me and the 10,000 people. Right, here we go. This is it. This is a very rough prototype. This is just a proof of concept. We've got all these little followers here, and I can just in this very, very early prototype, there's a lot more going on here than perhaps you think. What I can do is I can just start changing the landscape. I can just click up. You can see there I'm just clicking up, and the people are starting to come over, which is really exciting. Now I believe that you've got a bug, haven't you? On the there's something. You've got a bug. So if I now look, they're coming over and having a look at what's going on there. Let's just lower the. Oh my God! I've just killed them all off. That was a little bit of a bug. I'm feeling. Oh no. That's just way too powerful. We're gonna check in with you tomorrow, and I'm now destroying them. I just feel like destroying them.
Kill.
But what this proves is that this landscape is going to work. I mean, I think that this stuff here is just way too powerful. We need to tone it down and refine it. I love the little people moving around, although I want more people. More people.
Okay, we'll work on more people.
So we'll check in with you tomorrow.
Cool.
There's one thing I'm going to be pushing you on, and that's this dynamic water.
Yes.
Now, you worked on hydrophobia, didn't you?
I did work on hydrophobia.
It's extreme close-up, that is. So what's your view on water? Can I just explain to you what I mean by dynamic water? What I mean is a little lake up at the top of a mountain, fed by a glacier, and that you should be able to sculpt the land and create a little stream from that lake winding down through your followers' villages. Yes or no?
Let's say yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that a promise? Is that a Peter Molyneux promise, or is it a Gary
That's
Leach
a cast
promise?
iron guarantee promise. I will make that happen.
Cast iron guarantee promise.
I will make that happen.
What's the problems with that?
The problem there, one of the biggest problems you've got is control. You can make liquids flow, but in a landscape of this sort of nature, the most difficult thing is making it do things sensibly, and not just kind of rushing off in all directions. So we're going to have a lot of work on control. We're going to have a lot of work on the sculpting, as you're mentioning it, because the sculpting of the landscape would not necessarily lead to nice water flow routes. So we're going to need stuff that will maybe have a river sculpting mode or something along those lines.
I don't like that.
You don't like that?
No. Because I think the player has all the power in their hands already, and you remember that the sculpting isn't about going vroom and creating a huge mountain, or going vroom and creating a huge valley. It's about crafting the landscape. It's about manipulating the landscape. So my dream is you just nipple down the land and this water will flow down, nipple down a bit more and flow down. If you run out of water, if you drain the whole lake, it's gone. It may be fed by a glacier, but it's gone. And we're going to have a further chat about it today. And so next time it'll be a cast iron double promise.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. That's what you're after.
Great work. We'll meet you again probably today or the day after. Let's go and have a chat now with Fabs. He is the author of this current prototype. Fabs, we just looked at your prototype on Gary Leach's machine, and what are you working on at the moment?
Some even more devastating powers.
Oh my God, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Can you give us a hint?
I'm not sure I'm allowed to. Somebody important has to say it's okay to say that kind of thing.
I think it's okay to say that.
Well, did you see the whirlpool over there?
I saw the whirlpool. I managed to destroy about 200 people in one click.
Along the land destruction route, it's kind of the earthquake and splitting the land apart power. So I'm going to do that. I'm in the middle of doing that right now. It looks absolutely terrible, so I'm not going to show you right now because it's obviously halfway through coding it.
Got a very warm sensation in my nether regions when you say that.
Yeah, it's splitting something apart. And
that's
warm
almost what's happened. Yeah.
Yes.
That's going to be very exciting. It's
really interesting to code it as well, because you have to get your head around how the land is already working, and then try and break all the rules. So it's good.
And if I said Thursday or Friday,
you'd be right.
That's 2 days of the week. But which day is the one where we should get this camera back on you?
Probably Thursday.
Thursday. We're going to go for Thursday. Great, Fabs. Thank you very much. Fantastic work. Here we are at the art stuff. Now, Paul. Oh, hello. Yes, this is interesting. This here is the surface of Curiosity with all the people who have pledged in the tier which allows your name to appear. And as you can see, this is going to be tapped on by people, has been tapped on by people, and it's a little bit of, 15 nanoseconds of fame. There are about 250,000 people a day that go on to Curiosity, and we're just updating that now. Let's have a look at some art stuff. What exciting things have we got to have a look at?
Well, Sarah and Mattia have been working on trying to visualize what might happen in an Armageddon situation, and we've been trying to stick to sensible kind of character count on screen and sensible poly count. So we've gone with around about 200 people.
That is what we want. This is what we were talking about battles. This is what we mean by your followers. This is what we mean by personality. Tim over there is going to be animating this, but you can. I love that. I love that feeling of power. I love the feeling that here you in the background you've got maybe some of the god powers that you've been using. We're not talking about some sort of little tiny iconic battle. We're talking about a real emotional battle. which I find very exciting. Let's go over and have a look at Sarah's machine, see what she's working on. So this is far more on a more on a landscape, just setting it up, setting up that battle. It's very exciting, this, and we're gonna see that moving and animating. How can people not be excited by this? This is going to be on PCs. It's going to be on mobile. It's like nothing else that you've seen on those devices, all with those God powers. Let's have a look at there. We've got another God power here. This is, wow. This is one of the God powers you all asked about. Why is it we're just talking about destructive stuff? It's because we're boys, but there's good stuff as well. Look at that. Look at that. How can you not be excited about that? These exciting, incredible things are happening every day here at the moment. We're just dying to get these materials out so you can see them, get them into a prototype over there, and so you can start seeing the full glory of the game. But remember, everyone, we need your help, we need your support, we need you to tell people. We're almost exactly halfway through your campaign and we're not quite halfway there, so we're getting a bit worried, to be honest with you, but there's some fantastic, amazing work happening here. Thank you very much.